In order to build a slab, what you need to do is grab clay and use a rolling pin. You can either sit and roll it, or if you feel that you could use a little bit more pressure, you can always stand up and roll. But you always want to make sure that you are rolling on a canvas, because due to the pressure being pushed onto the clay, if you press too hard and the clay is too wet, it will definitely stick to the table and you'll have to start all over again. So once you feel like you have rolled a consistent coil all the way through with no bumps, what you'll do is go ahead and grab your ruler and you'll check. So you're gonna check and make sure that your slab is between 1/4 and 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna lift it up just for visual purposes, and you're going to go ahead and check there. Okay, so you're at a good range because you're between the 1/4 and the 1/2. So if you roll too thin, your walls won't stand up, but if you roll if you roll too thin, your walls will be wobbly and they won't stand. But if you roll too thick, they'll never dry out, and there's likely for an explosion. So once you start using the slab method to actually construct, what you'll do is you can measure your slab to the desired length that you need it. So for our purposes, we're only going to go 3" by 3" box.
Did you finish your cake? Yeah, I just
Okay, so always want to make sure that you're using the ruler so you get nice straight edges, because if you have edges that are crooked or are not a perfect square or straight, your box will never go together nicely. You'll always have to patch different sides in order for them to fit together. So the ruler is very important when you're making the slab box. Okay, so you have your first side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna split this in half just to show you how to put two sides together. So you'll use the ruler and cut your nice straight edge. So say we're going to put this side like that. So what you need to do is to make sure that you slip and score both pieces. So you have two options. You can score the side of the one wall, or you can score the bottom, which would be this part. But either way, if you want to put this side like this, oh sorry, this is where you would score. If you wanted to put it on top, then you would have scored the bottom. So since we're gonna put it like that, you're gonna score this side. Like that. And then you are going to, after scoring, by making rough, you're gonna add slip, which is this, into where the two walls meet. So even down inside here. Perfect. So then you'll put it together. Then you can take the edge of the tool or your finger and smooth really nicely. But to make a really stable wall, what you want to do is add a coil into where the two walls meet. So you'll add a coil, and then very nicely and consistently press that coil into the crease so that it doesn't look like it was ever there, but it adds a layer of stability to your box. If you have any questions, as always, call me over and I can show you one-on-one on how to do this.